Oh boy. Mm. What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here. As always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Blue Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Wow. I hope everybody had a great Monday. The draft is in the books, and the Cowboys are doing the pivot that we always do, where we start to have hope again with the draft. The excitement of getting new players, of course, is always there. You know what's kind of funny is tonight during my live stream, um, I don't necessarily have a plan per se, but I have things that I want to talk about. There's no script or anything like that. But I wanted to talk about our draft prospects and how they fit in and so on. But I kept getting sidetracked out of Eagle fans and 49er fans. And it's funny because, they tell us how bad we stink. Oh, you're losers and everything else. I don't understand if we are as bad as they say, why they even bother? Why they even bother? You got your own draft picks and things like that, and your free agents and your new coaches and stuff. Why are you so bothered about the Cowboys who haven't done anything in forever? And the thing I'm going to say to these Eagle fans out here who are pounding their chest about how good they are, Leo Bridgewater, nice guy, Eagle fan. Eagle fan. It's funny how what they do is, and this is something that Colin Cowherd would constantly do. If you remember when he was talking about Carson Wentz, he would say things like, well, I always throw out the rookie year because, quarterbacks are bad and stuff, so we don't count that. Well, in Dak Prescott's case, his rookie year wasn't bad. His rookie year was so good that Tony Romo couldn't get back on the field. So why are you discounting that? Because you have to understand, you have to take the whole body of work. You can't just pick and choose bits and pieces of it and say, oh, we're great. So when you go through, and Eagle fans are famous for this, they'll say, like Leo said yesterday, well, when I look at the last, 15 years, we've been the better franchise. We've done more stuff. And that's true. You have. You've gone to 3 Super Bowls, winning 1. But you have to take everything in totality, because here's what I understand is the person I am now is because of everything that I've gone through in my life. Not just the last 15 years. Everything that I have done has shaped me to be the person I am. From me sitting on the couch looking up at my dad and wanting to be like him, and all I knew was he was rooting for these Cowboys, I want to root for those Cowboys. To everything I learned in elementary school, to high school, and being, playing football, and running track and stuff, and going to JMU. Everything that I am is because of everything that I've done. All the experiences of it, the good and the bad. You can't just pick and choose, because if I were to say, the last 10 years I've been doing, or excuse me, not 10 years, I guess, really doing YouTube heavy for 8 years, that's the totality of my life. That's not true. It's not true. So you have to look at the whole picture and understanding that there's cycles. I mean, the Cowboys in the 60s, they couldn't win the big one. The 70s, that was the dawning of the Cowboys. The 80s was the slow death and, basically down to nothingness. And then it was the rebirth during the 90s. And now we've got the prolonged, downward spiral. And you can look at the Eagles in the same breath that before 1960, or up until 1960s, there were 10 teams, and they ended up having 3 of the world championships. Mind you, I think the Lions had 6 and the Browns had 9. But be that as it may, they were a good team during that time. After that time, they sucked ass until the 80s, when they finally went to a Super Bowl with Ron Jaworski, I think 1980, and then they went back to being ass. But all of this stuff, yeah, we're in a down cycle. We've been down. And I'm sitting here listening and trying to understand why a San Francisco 49er fan has literally watched videos on me and commented and sent 2 emails, not just commented, sent me 2 emails that you literally spending that much time. Do you think I spend that kind of time on Philly 500 or I don't know, are there any Bang Bang Niner Gang YouTubers? I don't honestly know. I honestly don't know. Are there any? Maybe that's why you're here, because there aren't any over there, at least not any worth watching. It's kind of crazy that you guys are so into watching the Cowboys and trying to trash and belittle us. I just think it's kind of funny. Now, instead of dealing with the messenger, let me deal with the message. He said, I don't want to hear the Cowboys have a lack of talent next year. I ain't said the Cowboys have enough talent. I have not. I have not said the Cowboys are a Super Bowl caliber team. I have not said any of that. What I said is the Cowboys had some decent pieces. That the Cowboys looked at their weaknesses. And we've had a weakness on our offensive line since Travis Frederick first went out with Guillain-Barré syndrome. That was literally the downfall. And you can look back at all of the years and how many games Tyron Smith has missed on our offensive line. That we have been going from Joe Looney to Biadish, who was a 4th or 5th round draft pick center, to try and fill that need. We've been trying to get people that have been able to play for Tyron Smith, and we've gone through bringing guys in like Igoda, who the Jets, let's understand this, because this is no disrespect to Igoda. The Jets let Igoda go last year without having any offensive linemen. And we had to use him for a starter at guard and tackle. He did okay at guard. Tackle, not so much. We've had Jason Peters on there. We've had 2 last year against the Arizona Cardinals, 2 undrafted rookie free agents starting on the offensive line. I will say that the Cowboys made some moves as best as possible to rectify the physicality lack of in the offensive line. If these 2 guys work out and play like, say, Tyler Smith did as a rookie, then we're in great shape. We're in better shape. And believe me, Zeke Elliott is a piece that can help. But by no means do I look and say, we got Zeke Elliott, we're a Super Bowl contender, because I remember when he got like 1,500 yards and we didn't sniff a Super Bowl. So now that he's going to get half of that, why would I all of a sudden think we're going to the Super Bowl? It's the beginning of the process to try and get better. Now let's see what the Cowboys do going forward. Will they continue to try and bring in enough talent? I don't see them doing things like, say, bringing in a Christian McCaffrey. They won't. But at least there's hope. And if you can find me turning around 49er fan or Eagle fan saying that the Cowboys are Super Bowl contenders, that ain't me. What I did say was, Eagles, I don't think you're as good as you think you are. 49ers, be prepared for a step back, because it's hard after losing the Super Bowl. You've played a longer season than anybody else. You lose free agents. You have guys that want to get paid. And now you have, of course, a target on your back. So there's that. And I will say, you better be worried about the Detroit Lions more than the Dallas Cowboys. And that's all I'm going to say about that. In the meantime, I'm tired. And I've got to get up the road again tomorrow and work on this farmhouse up here, trying to see if I can get this thing done this week. And yeah. So that's all I have to say about all of that. Oh, fire's out. Been talked too long. Let me say from the bottom of my heart, I love you guys. Remember, tell the people you love how much you love them, because you might not get the chance again. Because life is short and life is precious. See you guys soon.